For somebody you don't want to say goodbye to, within your energy, I see somebody that felt that they had to separate for a very long time from a humongous amount of people they cared about because it was for a greater good. You felt your direction was being taken away from individuals because you couldn't be a positive influence the way you for a really long time made yourself feel like you had to be only to be around people. You're like, yo, if I'm in a dark spot, I'm completely closing up, maybe to the point where you even wouldn't give people explanations, and then their assumptions would lead to this person separating from me or pulling back because something I did, said, didn't do, etc. I feel that you're not mad at this person. You're not even in a questioning sense of like, why are they doing this to me? It's a question of like concern. What's going on with them? Is there a reason they're pulling back more than I had to go through my process? In recent times, you have understood how much your actions have hurt people. This is a blunt reading. Nobody's perfect. Nobody. There have been times that you secluded yourself, didn't say certain things, jumped to conclusions, not understanding your importance in their life. And that, yes, you packing your bags and leaving, you not talking, really hurt them. You didn't see your own importance. You thought that they would just be like, whatever, fine, fuck you, leave. And go on merry with their days. Not thinking about you, not caring. No, not at all. Your absence caused pain. And yes, we have to pick ourselves. But there's a shift. I think my phone just shifted when that happened too as well, if I was looking at it correctly. Part of picking yourself is picking these people that are meant to be in your life. This is what they're going through. They actually assumed you thought certain things about them. This is what they assumed you thought. You thought this person, they assumed that you thought they weren't in control of their life, or that they didn't know where to actually invest their skills. They assumed you saw them as not a hard worker, somebody that couldn't be at their level or in their bubble, etc. So much parasite, so many things you never even came close to thinking. You actually were just trying to balance out your own fear. And you were noticing the signs within this person that they weren't willing to come to terms to. But you see, in recent times, that sense of sensitivity and you not jumping to conclusions about their pullback has made them change direction within you. It is really something they're going to their soul's journey, figuring out if they want you back in their life in a much more intimate sense. Because just as much as it hurts losing you, they don't want to go through that again. And some of your actions, it's not that you're at all an untrustful person. It's not that. They trust your mind, they trust your heart, but they don't know if they can trust your actions to not pull back again like that. But whatever reach out you did and the actions you've made, the cause and effect since then, they're in a real state of reflection about you. They also don't want to be seen as a fool again. Like, oh, here we go. Just when they need me, just when they need to talk about something or etc. I played myself a fool. I let them back in again. There's so much of your own actions you have reflected on. My readings are not about pointing all in another direction. My readings are not about filling your ego. My readings are not about telling you what you want to hear. My readings are telling you what you need to hear. And sometimes that aligns with what you want to hear. And sometimes it doesn't. At least in that moment where your ego thinks you don't want to hear. Because once you hear it, and you can absorb it and accept it, and not make my words fit, not make these cards fit, feel it. That's when we get to resolutions. All you gotta do is continuously to them, to yourself, own up to these things about yourself. Understand your importance in other people's life. And when you disappear, it really does hurt them. Care about the ones who are meant to be here. And the other ones who miss your energy, that is for them. So now their energy has focused from closing up within you to fighting the urge to tell you everything that's been happening. You can feel them pulling and wanting to speak with you. But they're also learning. They want to see more. They need more time to see that your actions aren't going to pull back. But it seems like surely at a fast pace right now, they're willing to take that risk again. You can't let your ego stop anything of the forward movement. So if you're thinking of, oh, you know what? I'm going to unfriend this person. I'm going to block this person just because they're not giving me attention, or because when they were in a state of vulnerability, they decided to unfriend me, or etc. Do not let your ego jump to conclusions and say, you know what? They haven't followed me back by this time. You know what? They haven't looked at this in this amount of time. So fuck it, whatever. I'm going to match the energy and I'm going to release them too. If you really care about this person and they're different, do not do that. Do not shut yourself off. Do not shoot yourself in the foot with this person. Because there is more to your story. And they have agency in your life. They have importance. So, remember to keep yourself on the throne. Put nobody on a pedestal above you. You do this. You give yourself the understandings. This person that feels they are a lost soul when it comes to even how to start communicating and trust you again, you'll be cooking a whole new timeline together. That's what I got for y'all today. It's time to talk about the Canada Adventure. September 2025. We are going on my next camping and hiking based adventure, partnered with Trova Trip. This is going to be as physical as it is. It is a physical trip. Out of like a 5 scale, 5 stars, it's going to be a 3 out of 5. But just as much physical as it is, it's going to be spiritual. The entire time, I'm going to be giving organic spiritual guidance. But one of the days of the trip, after we get back from the day's activities, we will sit around a campfire and we will go into tarot teachings, where I'm going to help you further dive into understanding how to perform a specific spread and understand your cards. Everybody that comes on the trip is getting gifted a spiritual gift bag, if you will, full of everything that you're going to use on the trip for those spiritual teachings and take home with you after. At the time of me filming this, I do still have some early bird spots available, which is $210 off the entire amount of your trip. If you're interested in joining, all you got to do to book your spot also is put a 25% down deposit on the total amount of the trip, and you got it secured. And then you got all the way into June of 2025 to pay it off. The trip's in September, but you have all the way into June of 2025 to pay it off. The trip link is in my Instagram and YouTube bios. It's on my website, offprintmint.com, which is linked in all of my social media platforms. And any questions you have regarding the trip that you'd like to ask me, shoot me an email at contact@offprintmint.com. That is what we got for you today, and I will see you when I see you. Let's get it.